Good morning, everybody. First of all, if you're watching this, please hit the like button and the subscribe button. I'm not one of these people who blag it. It does good things for our channel. It messes with the algorithm, with YouTube, the more likes we get, and so on. And therefore, it puts us out to more people. We get more subscribers, more views. So it's extremely helpful. So please hit that subscribe button.
So now, because it had all been refused, we wouldn't be able to provide parking for visitors to the farm shop. Because, look, we say to them, can we have permission to put some hard standing down so that visitors can not chew the fields up? No, you can't.
What is going on here, look? Nearly as tall as me, look. I'm not having that. When did that happen? It's still ugly though.
What?
I was never ugly. You're ugly. Like your mum.
You're ugly now.
And that's for you. Oh, God. Ugh.
What about Bugsy?
Bugsy smells horrible. Right. Let's get something done. Good morning, everybody. First of all, if you're watching this, please hit the like button and the subscribe button. I'm not one of these people who blag it. It does good things for our channel. It messes with the algorithm, with YouTube, the more likes we get, and so on. And therefore, it puts us out to more people. We get more subscribers, more views. So it's extremely helpful. So please hit that subscribe button. Secondly, we've had some new t-shirts done and some woolly hats, which is a bit silly because we're coming out woolly hat season. But anyway, it got me to thinking it'd be quite a cool idea. And what I thought was, seeing we've had a bit of miserable time recently, if you guys, what I thought was, in this video, in the comments, I want you to put your best joke, your best knock joke, whatever it is. It can be rude, just be mindful that if you type rude words in, swear words, etc., YouTube can block them. So if it is a joke with a swear word, you might have to just change the word so we sort of understand what it means. And we're going to pick out a best joke and a funniest joke, read them out next week in the video. And we're going to send that subscriber a B&P t-shirt, not this one, a brand new one, and a woolly hat with B&P on that you've seen me wearing, brand new, as a little gift. So we thought that'd be quite cool. So yeah, leave your jokes below. I want to hear your best jokes. We're going to read the best ones out and have a little giggle next week. Yeah, what we're doing this week. Okay, so this week we have a garage to take down this morning. Sorry, I'm just looking at it now. I can see it, you guys can't. I'll show you in a minute. Got loads to do. We've got a new brick wall going in. Got a driveway to take out. Just loads of work to do. So I'm really looking forward to this job. With the garage thing, especially just because it's a little bit different. We don't normally dismantle people's garages, but guy offered to pay us and I was like, you know what? It's a couple of days messing. So it's something nice to do, something a bit different. So yeah, that's... our first job is to get this garage down and away. I believe it's an old tin garage, so we're going to have to cut it all up. And I've got a couple of numbers for scrap metal guys, so I'm going to give them a ring and get them to come and collect that. Yeah, the weather has picked up a little bit. Maybe not t-shirt weather. I have got my stuff here. I was just in a rush this morning, so I didn't get a chance to put my coat and my jumper on. But yeah, weather's picked up a little bit. It's about 10 degrees at this time of the morning, so hopefully we've seen the arse end of this this horrible weather and we can start... getting a bit of sun. I'm looking a bit pale. I'm sick of the red nose now, being freezing cold and snotty all day. Yeah, so fingers crossed we're going to get a bit of sunshine now and start enjoying the spring and summer. Yeah, let's get out this van and have a little look around, show you guys what we're doing. Okay, so this is the job. Full new driveway. There was a hedge here that ran through this middle and across this front, but we've took all that out. Mappily came and did it. We'll flip back to that footage. That was with the guy with the super noodle hair son. So they came here Thursday and took all the hedge down. And yeah, so there's a new front wall going in here. We're going to put a new wall in so we can give a gradient to the driveway and bring it up to this next door's level. First job is we're going to rip this garage down and get rid of it all. And yeah, get scrap metalers to come and take it. It's a tin garage. We're going to have DJ, I think, to come and fetch all the wood. Have to do a deal with him. So yeah, we'll get on with that. So here we go. Don't worry, the electric's been disconnected. So as you can see, starting to take the garage down. And what we're doing is we're stripping it all. So we're stripping all the metal into these corrugated sheets. And then all the wood separate. So because they've got to go with different waste carriers. You can't sort of cross-contaminate, they go to different tips and so on. So yeah. Sort of nice little day today, something different to do. Look at this bad boy here. Oh, that is a tarantula, mate.
It's a beauty, isn't it?
Have we got any people scared of spiders watching? Look at that monster.
Bert's is scared, he's ran off.
Bert's is terrified, he's run off over there, look. You're right.
Oh, I don't want it.
Don't like him, does he?
Should I go for it on him?
To be fair, I'm not really scared of him, but I won't fancy that thing biting me. You can see its teeth.
Yeah, it's fine, isn't it? It's not hostile.
Not like you with your Tonka alley, what you're on. Show us what you do when you get angry, cold folds. Show me.
I don't do it now.
Show me.
I'm a calm man.
Do it.
Do what?
Stick your forehead out. Show me them eyes. Show me. Show him how you
started on you,
show him how you started on Chris when you'd been drinking. Come on, show him. Show us what you did.
Don't recall what you're on about, Christopher.
You show us what you did, Chris.
I got PTSD.
You've got PTSD, it's trauma. Yeah, you're embarrassed now, aren't you, at your behaviour?
No.
That's why you're skulking off around that little piece of metal there.
Connor Folds did nothing wrong.
Connor Falls did nothing wrong, it was old Diablo.
Old Diablo.
Old Diablo did it, didn't he?
He's a beat.
Connell,
Yeah.
I demand that when you hit things with a sledgehammer, you say, man. Oh, don't hit the gravel board now and I'm videoing.
Take that off, yeah.
You had one job. Right, so that's bigger than you think. It don't look that big there. A massive pile of scrap metal there. I've got a massive pile of timber here that DJ's collected in the morning. Obviously, like I say, we have to keep all these different materials separate for legal tipping reasons. So it's come down a bit easier than we thought it would, to be honest. But the problem now is we need this stuff. It needs to be out of the way so we can get in with the machine and dig it all out. So it's going to hold us up now till tomorrow because I didn't know how long it would take, so I booked in the whole day to do it. It's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon now. So the garage is all down. Park the machine up here. Customers leaving this area, they're going to do something with it. We're coming to sort of this post. We're going to cut across. This is all going to be driveway. Say new front wall. So yeah, things are going pretty well. Should be a nice little job, this one. Looking forward to it. Let's see if this bad boy works. Go!
Yeah,
Go! Keep going!
Faster!
Is that... Watch the electric cable.
Oh, that's not very good.
Come back then. Uh-oh.
Car's coming.
Man versus machine.
Oh.
Oh! Hey!
Go on.
Go on! So this is the evolution of the kite, look. Don't. Oh my, it's such a way up. I'm not sure we should put that online. Everybody, it's Nick at B&P Paving. It's Tuesday morning. Just got here, it's 7:45. It's all gone. didn't think it'd be gone that early. So, have scrap metalers had the scrap? Has DJ had the wood? We're not sure. However, I ain't complaining because it's out of the way, which means I can just get on with what I need to get on with now. But I'm going to have to investigate as to find out where it's all gone. So, there you go. Right, so there's been a change of plan. Customers decided now we're not putting a wall in. We want all this bank out, which includes going up to the neighbours. You see it's like higher, so we're going to reduce it down all the way to this neighbour's drive level, and then we're going to have like a planter in between that's level and onto the driveway. But it just means we weren't ready in terms of all this green waste we could have got rid of and all these bushes, and we haven't because we didn't know we were doing it. So, but we'll get there. It just means instead of a wall now, we're going to have to dig it all out and grab it. So it'll be about the same cost really by the time we've got all this soil out. I mean, you probably can't see on this lens, but I mean, there's tons. I mean, at this point here, it's probably 1 metre high, so you can imagine to reduce this bank, then go a foot lower as well. It's like a lot of stuff. Okay, so Stevie's just arrived to us the first load, but the problem we're having is, because of the nature of this bank, you see all the roots and the green, it's heavily contaminated, it's really difficult. And this is a new thing, not a new thing, but it's been getting more and more out of hand with the local councils, which is like, this is classed as contaminated, and although it goes to landfill, they won't let you landfill with roots and so on. So you find you have to pick your whole way through it, and it's just a nightmare to get rid of. So we're trying our best with it, but it's so time consuming. Like I say, we're taking it all out and running it up the top. As you can see, we're lifting it up and trying to get it in, but we're trying to clear all this roots and debris out of it as we go along. But like you say, it's not like it's not bushes and things on top, which are easy to deal with. This is a 100-year-old bank that's just full of roots and ivy and everything else. You just cannot get it out. So it's a really difficult task. Every now and again you just tend to get, if you can see where Stevie's getting lower now with the grab, it's nice clean soil where obviously the roots haven't penetrated the bank, but yeah, just having nightmares with tips and things and whatever. I'm not 100% sure on the reasoning behind it. I think it's down to gases, because obviously it does go to landfill. I think it is down to gas emission when it decomposes, but I don't know what they want us to do. It's almost like an impossible task. So yeah, we should carry on battling with it, but it's definitely making things difficult this morning. See Chris there just moving the roots out. So here's our next obstacle. Found the electric cable, so it's a bit high to where we need it, but there's enough slack on it. I think we might have to dig a trench next to it, push it into the ground so it's low enough so we don't have to get any adjustments made to it. But yeah, it's grueling. This is really bad. Like I say, it's just everything's so contaminated. You've got like rotten wood and plants and nightmare. So we've got to pick all these bits of green out of it. So it's really, look, the lads are doing it, look. As much as you can out, but some of it's tiny, you know, you can't. There's a saying, you can't polish a turd. Doing Spolter?
We're not all horrible, are we?
I mean, we see wildlife around here.
Yeah, if we spot a frog, we move it. Bless it, a bit scared to death. Go on. Get shifted. Set her free, Polty, set her free!
Off he goes to enjoy his life.
Off he goes, look. Oh, he's buggered off that bank. He's buggered off!
Baby!
Living his best life, look.
In the sheets.
Off to pond. Pond life! Okay, so we've got the first load away. Now we're just reducing this bank here. And we're kind of getting there. It's been a really stressy day today. It's just one of these jobs where it just doesn't look great. It will do tomorrow. Just crap everywhere. bit squeaky. Okay, so this is the green waste that we managed to get off the front this morning. The only place we could put it was where the garage stood originally, out of the way, so we could continue digging the front and get the power ready. However, now we've got the guys coming to fetch it and they want it all moving to the front, so now we've dragged it all the way from the front to the back. Now it's got to go from the back to the front. So, it just never stops. So, but this is how things go. Unfortunately, sometimes you just got to do everything twice. But so yeah, now to get this down there. Right, so our mate Glenn from Mapping Tree Services have arrived now, and we're getting this all chained up in the back of here. Oh, Foles is turned up, has he? Okay, so it's Wednesday morning and it's starting to look like a job, slowly. So I think, well, we've had a load of timber gone, a load of metal gone. I think we've had 2 grab loads gone, could be 3, I can't remember now. So we're slowly getting there. So we just need to have a little shape up now. So we're going to come back in with the machine and just tinker about and get all this loose off and get it nice. Just those finishing little bits on the sub base, on the dig out. And then we'll get a load of stone here and get that knocked about. We'll get some materials here tomorrow and we'll start laying some driveway. I have to say, I'm extremely happy that all that timber and bushes and plants have gone, because I was absolutely sick to death of moving that around. It's been an absolute nightmare. So, gone, done, dusted. So anyway, as I'm recording this, my phone is now ringing and it's Dave, so at DJ Project. So I'll answer that call and we'll get on. So we've put the line here with the diamond blade. This bit's a bit of a post here, so we have to break this out. We've got time set up at the minute, we've got a bit of a time schedule, we've got to tidy the end up, but that's the line anyway we're ready to. So when we lay the driveway, we'll come to this point here and then obviously go down there with it all. So I'm just trying to desperately get the last bit of soil out now before Dave gets here. Here he is, look! The man, the myth, the legend. Oh, he's trying to click and make the bin vanish. Ta-da! It's our 400th load. Oh, I love it when a job comes together. Nice and tidy dug out at the back now. Chris just doing this side, which is trimmed down that side. This muck's got to go. Oh, thank God. My OCD can rest. Hate it when it looks like this. Can't stand clutter and mess. Behind the scenes, DJ Project. The truth of gaming exposed. Go. We're going to show you a negotiation here.
Come on, David.
Go to sleep, you're holding me up.
That was just going to be all crushed up on the pile, but you came early and took it. Now you've broken it.
You can't crush the flat out on the pile. I won't take it, mate. You'll get me banned.
The wood pile you originally took.
Ain't you got some bag? What's in that?
Some bag.
Come back, full of.
What do you want to do? Put it in the bag at the end?
Yeah, put the bag at the end and I'll get rid of it.
Arch.
Yeah, get rid of it. You'll have a bit, won't you?
I tell you something.
You don't get this with any other grab firm, do
I'll
you?
tell you what, right?
Not mentioning no names.
That's why you get 65 subscribers, because you lift up bags of doors.
Go above and beyond, don't we? Above and beyond at our place.
That's it.
Yeah, Dave, lots of copper in that, mate.
Take that. Lads Christmas
Hey,
do.
there's loads of copper in that bag, if you want it.
Okay, so as you've seen, Dave's dropped the stone off. We're all dug out now, so we're just starting to load stone up into the areas, get the sub base down. We'll get this all whackered. Pop over to the time lapse, show you the stone getting knocked about, and then we'll get it all whackered for you, ready for the morning when all the materials arrive and start laying. Right, so we've got the stone all knocked about, and now we're just going to give it a whack off. Morning everybody, it's Nick at B&P Paving. It is Thursday morning. Yeah, this dig out's been a bit of a slog. We've ended up taking 4 loads of gear out and all this timber and this garage down, and it's been a bit of a nightmare, but we finally got there. So normally we like to be laying blocks on a Wednesday, but we're going to start laying them today. Reason being, so we sort of finished at lunch yesterday, and people might be like, why finish at lunch? And it's just so you don't get top of yourself. Like, obviously there'll be people in the comments going, meh. But, you know, I couldn't guarantee yesterday. I don't know exactly if the stone can come. I don't know if Dave's going to be busy. I don't know if I can get these deliveries and so on. So you don't want them on top of each other. You know, it's like ordering your pizza and your chips separately, you know, and not knowing when they're going to turn up. You know, we kind of need, oh, that's wrong. Good morning, everybody. It's Nick at B&P. I believe it's Thursday morning. Every day is merging into the same day this week. Yeah, been a right slog up to now. This dig out's been pretty difficult. It's been a lot of muck to get out. So, yeah, it's took a bit longer than we thought. We normally like to start laying blocks on a Wednesday. However, we're doing it on a Thursday this week, but we did put in for a contingency next week. So, realistically, in this video, the job isn't going to be finished yet. We'll show you the finished product next week. Yeah, it's a weird one. I find it quite frustrating. We sort of lose time at the beginning of these jobs. Just down to, like, so example, we finished about 1 o'clock yesterday, and there's plenty to be done, but the problem is, it's like I can't order the materials for Wednesday morning, and when I'm not guaranteed that the sub base will all be in, you know, I don't know, so it's really difficult. So we end up with these sort of like little time periods where we can't really get cracked on. Yeah, it's really difficult. Like I say, the worst, can you imagine all the materials came yesterday morning or yesterday lunchtime and we're not ready, and then you've got to put all the sand on the road, and you've got to put all the blocks on the road, then they're on the road overnight, and you get neighbours complaining, and it's really difficult to get your timings right. So the way to avoid that is, for me, is to arrange things on a daily. So it's like yesterday we put aside to get the stone in. If the stone's in by 10 o'clock, we're finished. If it takes till 5, 6 o'clock in the evening, we're finished, but it goes in ready for the stuff coming the following day. And that way it keeps things running smoothly. It just means we do lose a bit of time. Like, we've probably lost a couple of half days this week already, just in hanging about. I mean, I imagine on building sites it's the same thing. You've got to wait for your bricks, you know, you've got to wait for a hop, the loader, and so on. So it's a bit of a nightmare, but we are on top of things. So I'm just here now. It's 7:30. I'm just waiting for the John Hayes lorry to turn up. It could turn up after 8 when everyone's here, but I have to be here just in case. And like I've said before, the reason for doing that is to make sure I put things where I want them. So it makes it as convenient or as easy for the lads as possible to load the materials out. For example, rather than putting the ton bags on the road and having to shovel it and bar it out, we'll hang the bags, which I'll show you in the time lapse. We'll hang the bags and we'll cut them, and the sand will drop onto the driveway. You can save hours doing things like that. The placement of the packs of blocks, I mean, these have to be hand loaded, so picked up by hand and walked up and down with, as you'll see later on. And again, it can cause, you know, just having those things a couple of meters nearer can make a big difference to when you've got to load 15 packs of blocks, you know. So yeah, we'll see how it all goes. But yeah, I'll hop out the van in a minute and we'll give you a little look around as to where we got yesterday and get on with the day. Okay, so we're all stoned up. We've just put a little bit more at the front. We're just whacking that in there. The planters are dug out ready, so this is where we have a pack here for the planter. Johnny Steve's have just arrived with the materials, all ready to go. Unfortunately, I didn't get the order put in till late yesterday afternoon, so we've not got here till about, it's about 10:30 now, but we should have enough time to get laid up, which is what we're after today. Okay, so stuff's arrived, knocking sand around, things are happening, I'm happy. Chris has come today sporting a kid's t-shirt. It don't even come low enough. What is that? Oh dear.
That's a medium, isn't it? Probably a jacket, isn't it?
Poor lad.
I found it in a medium.
Medium.
I used to wear it on doors. I thought, oh, I'll keep that for work. I'm gonna throw it. Got two of them.
So there you go, look. Get his sand knocked about and whackered. Get screed in. Get laid up. The odd bit's kind of over then. That's all the technical stuff. But luckily, we've got technical cutter Connell over there. Right, so we've just screeded up, just starting to lay now. We're doing a diagonal pattern this one. Ryan is just floating up where the screed bars have been, taking the rolls out. Or should I say putting rolls in where the bars have joined. Otherwise you get slight openings in the blocks. So we'll flip over to a time lapse and we shall get this drive laid as we do. So we are nearly there. Chris is just setting the manhole lid, just re-concreting it back onto the original chamber. It's been quite a nice one, this one, not too difficult. I've got most of it laid up now, path's all laid in, the drive's all laid. So tomorrow we'll start cutting all the borders in and getting it all round and so on. Okay, so we're about done. Chris is just setting the manhole. Just re-concreting that in. It's been quite nice actually. It's gone back on original brickwork. So we just got to lay this bit tomorrow. And then we're going to come back over here, cut all the borders in, get all the paths in, all the borders, concreting all done, all the fronts setting in, tidy these borders up. So yeah, it's coming together quite nicely. So it's been a long, tough day. Been a long, tough week actually. It's been a bit, I won't say stressful, but yeah, it's not been the easiest job this one up to now. So yeah, but I reckon we'll be completed probably, it's Thursday now, probably Monday, Tuesday, I think, I'd hope. So we shall see. Morning everybody, it's Nick at B&P. It's Friday morning and it's raining, as you can see. We're still battling on as we do. We're going to try and cut some borders in and do some concrete in. I don't know what we're going to get done. This is the problem with this country. You can never predict it. So as you can see, we're just marking up the borders now to cut. and then we're going to start dropping borders in, getting loaded out, marked up. Like I said, it's a bit of a nightmare. So yeah, we'll let you know how we get on. Okay, so we're trying our hardest, but it is just not stopped raining. It's just stopped now, but we're drenched, so just making more mess. This is the reality of the job when you're cutting in the rain and so on. So I think we'll have to call it today, unfortunately, which means I won't be able to video as much as I'd originally wanted to. But we're mostly cutting in, the borders are in, and we've got a bit of bits to do here and so on. But yeah, it's definitely been a challenge today.